Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
Almost a year since he ordered the invasion of Ukraine, President Putin walked on stage and once again blamed the West.
I want to repeat, it is they who have started the war. We have used and are using force to stop it.
The president then went further, claiming he was trying to rid Ukraine of a neo-Nazi regime.
A year ago, in order to protect people and eliminate the threat that came from the neo-Nazi regime in Ukraine, we conducted a special military operation. And step by step, we solved the tasks before us.
This is the reality on the front line in Ukraine, where the United Nations say there have now been more than 21,000 civilian casualties.
Some 90.3%, so the overwhelming majority of civilian casualties, were caused by explosive weapons with wide area effects, including artillery shells, cruise and ballistic missiles and airstrikes, and most occurred in populated areas.
In Moscow, President Putin asked his audience to stand in silence for the tens of thousands of Russian soldiers killed in his cause. He announced the suspension of a key nuclear arms agreement with America and said Russia was ready to resume nuclear testing if the US did so. Security experts say Putin was sending a clear message to both the West and to Russians.
Whenever we're looking at somebody's speech and Putin's speech in this specific situation, we have to keep in mind that there are two audiences. It's a two-level chess game, right? So they're sending signal to international audiences, us in this case, but they're also sending signals domestically. But we don't know how narrow his support base is, right? And he needs the support of those supporters in order to stay in office and potentially to stay alive. Who knows?
President Biden is now in Poland, where he had this response to Putin's speech.
When President Putin ordered his tanks to roll into Ukraine, he thought we would roll over. He was wrong. The Ukrainian people are too brave. America, Europe, a coalition of nations from the Atlantic to the Pacific, we were too unified. Democracy was too strong.
Visiting Ukraine on Monday, he told Vladimir Zelensky the US will back Ukraine for as long as it takes. But right now, peace seems a very long way away. Layla Hayes, 5 News.